Hi folks. The 2nd of September 2011, a typhoon hit the nation of Japan, specifically the western region, the city of Taiji. And in the city of Taiji happens to be those horrible people from Sea Shepherd known as the Cove Guardians. Now you know who the Cove Guardians are. They're the ones, the cult members, they're the cultists who are infected with fleas, bed bugs, ticks, lice, and yeast infection. Those are the ones, kids. Well, going back a couple of months when the earthquake tsunami hit Japan on March 11th, the good Captain Kangaroo, Admiral Beauregard Watson, the Paulus, he wrote a poem saying that, why, that was Neptune's revenge. Getting back at the Japanese, so says he. Basically what he was doing, he was exploiting the debts and the tragedy in Japan to pursue his agenda. Because that's what he does best. He exploits. That's him, kids. The exploiter. So now that this tragedy, this tragic typhoon has killed so far around 50 people and many more missing, he's exploiting this also. On his website, and I'll have a link in the description, he writes that the typhoon was the sea's revenge for the people of Taiji, basically, for their dolphin hunting. That's right. This was the sea being angry at Taiji, so says the good captain. He also, in his writing, claims that those people that have the yeast infections, the fleas, the bed bugs, the lice, the ticks, why, they embody the spirit of the kamikaze because the Japanese no longer do. Did you ever hear anything so stupid in your life? These round-eyed racists from the West are going to go to Japan, harass them, and say that they embody the kamikaze spirit more than the people. Listen, put the Kool-Aid down, you cultists. To the parents of these trust fund babies who belong to this cult Sea Shepherd, you need to have an intervention. Now listen. The earthquake tsunami, when it hit on March 11th, has something very in common with the typhoon that hit on September 2nd. And you know what those two horrific events have in common? Sea Shepherd, the Cove Guardians. Because the Cove Guardians were in the region where the earthquake tsunami hit on March 11th, and the Cove Guardians are in Taiji when the typhoon hit. So to me, it wasn't Neptune's revenge. It wasn't the sea's revenge. It was karma. It was the winds of the Pacific trying to cleanse Japan of these Cove Guardians, if you want to interpret it, if you want to exploit it. That's just stupid thinking, just like what the good captain was writing about. But here's the challenge to the good Captain Kangaroo, Admiral Beauregard Watson, the Paulus. I challenge you to a debate, you and me. We go to Tokyo, get on the Tokyo television, and we'll have a debate. That's what we'll do, kids. But you know something, Captain? You will not go to Tokyo to debate me, and here's why you will not do it. No, not that you're afraid of me, not that you think I could out-debate you in a debate. You're a coward, that's why. You're going to say, well, I'm not going to Tokyo because the Tokyo Metropolitan Police issued a warrant for my arrest. And you know something? That would be a good excuse for anybody else but you. And here's why. Some years ago, you bragged that you were responsible for sinking an Icelandic whaling vessel. And you also claimed that the Icelandic authorities had a warrant out for your arrest. And you also claimed so boldly, why, I flew into Iceland, landed at the airport, drove to the authorities and said, here I am, arrest me. Well, they looked at you, scratched their heads and says, golly gee willikers, what is this? So they questioned you for a while, determined there was nothing to what you were saying. They took you back to the airport to cleanse their nation of your carcass and made you leave the country. So here's what I'm saying, good captain. You bragged that you defied the arrest warrant of the Icelandic authorities, flew into there, and you demanded to be taken into custody. Well, why don't you do the same thing in Tokyo? Fly into Tokyo, Go up to the authorities and demand to be arrested. Come on, Captain. You did it once before. Do it again. I'll tell you what. I'll go with you. I'll also surrender myself. The both of us surrender together. And we'll see which one they'll keep. Alright? And then, if they allow, we'll have that debate. And you can call me. Here's my phone number. Give me a call, kids. That's right, Captain. You call me and we'll discuss the details. And the good captain and anyone else who calls that number and leaves a message, that message is mine to be used in future videos. Thank you very much. And to the people of Japan, please ignore this person and these cult members when they come to Japan, when they're in Japan. Try to treat them like the people of the Faroe Islands did. The people of the Faroe Islands treated them like they deserved to be treated, like they had the plague. Avoid them. Alright, folks. We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the nation you happen to be in. And God bless the poor people in Japan suffering once again under a natural calamity and from these bums. From these things from Sea Shepherd, the Cove Guardians. We'll see you.